Hello and good morning, everyone. Okay, so currently it is like, I don't even know why I looked at the clock in the stove. It's completely wrong. It says 11:52. It's not 11:52. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning. Surprise, I know. I have a lot of things to get done. I have like this whole note card, just like it's a full list, and I need to get them done. There's not enough time in the day, and I have 2 days to do this. So yeah, I'm up at 3, 4 in the morning. Well, I woke up at 3. I was gonna make breakfast for my dad. And then he's like, I don't eat breakfast in the morning. And I was like, so I could have woken up at 4, is what you're telling me? But yeah, so that happened. It's whatever. I'm fine with it. So now I'm gonna make bread. I'm making banana and I'm making carrot bread today. Everyone has always loved my mom's banana and carrot bread. It's the same exact recipe. I just half it to make little smaller loaves. So I'm gonna do that. I might make double like of the carrot bread. I have to see how much grated carrot I have. So yeah, I'm gonna make the carrot bread first and then the banana bread, and you guys get to come along. Okay, so going right into it, we're just grating some carrots, cutting off the like tops and the bottoms of them, and I do a good like 20 or so. I don't really have a number.
One day we'll set away bell sounds to kiss a girl. When the rainbow's over, you kiss, no one needs to know.
Okay, so really quick here, I'm just showing you the carrot bread recipe in my book that I made. It's very decorative, very cute, and I love it. And here we're adding 5 cups of flour, 1 by 1. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna mix all of your ingredients together and then sift it through, which you don't have to do, but it's because the brown sugar is extremely hard to sift. So that's how my mom taught me to do it. So right here really quick, I just showed you the sugar like container we have. You're gonna add 1 3/4 cups of white sugar, and then you're gonna add 1 3/4 cup of brown sugar. If you see me using the cup 3 times, it's because it's just 1/4, not 3/4. I could not find my 3/4 and I have not been able to. So then you're gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and then 2 teaspoons of baking soda. That white bag you just saw is baking soda. It's just like Mexican baking soda. And then next, you're gonna add a tablespoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, and just mix that all together so that you can sift it.
One day we'll set away bell sounds to kiss a girl. When the rainbow's over, you kiss, no one needs.
Okay, so right here, I'm just adding 6 eggs. You're gonna do all 6 of those first because you have to beat them. So right there, you saw how I cracked that egg, and I don't know what happened. It just completely fell out. And don't worry, the counters were cleaned. I cleaned them the night before and the morning after, or the morning of that I did this, and then like 8 different times after I grated carrots and all that. But it fell in and I was not about to waste a perfectly good egg just like that, so I poured it in the bowl. Now I'm just adding the rest of the 5 eggs, which I decided to do like that so that I didn't have another accident. So after you beat your eggs, which is probably one of my favorite parts, I used to love watching my dad beat the eggs, and so then I would do it. Then you're gonna add 1 cup, this is vegetable oil, I add corn oil. You can do corn or vegetable. I don't really recommend doing any others because I don't personally know how that would turn out. So after you mix that up, obviously you want to make sure it's all good and mixed. you're gonna add 1 cup of milk. We use whole milk. I'm pretty sure you can use 2% or whatever. I don't know if almond milk would change the taste or not, but I personally wouldn't do it just because I've never done it. So then you're just gonna mix all of that up. And I completely forgot, you have to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. This is where the tablespoon comes in. You can do a tablespoon, maybe a little more, a little less, but I recommend it being real vanilla, nothing of like the extract or whatever. I don't know what it's called. So you're just gonna mix that, and then don't be like me. Always remember to, at the beginning, to preheat your oven to 350 and lightly grease, like butter up your pans. I always end up leaving that to the last minute. It's never the smartest thing to do, and I always regret it. So I did this before I started mixing up my dry and wet ingredients, but you should do it before you start anything, in my opinion. But yes, do not be like me. Okay, so we turned on our mixer. If you notice, it's pink, my favorite color. We're doing it on a low spin, nothing too high, nothing too crazy. And now I'm just slowly adding the wet ingredients. This is what it looks like after you add all your wet ingredients. It's kind of like a cookie texture. And then you're gonna add 4.5 cups of grated carrot. You can be a little generous, a little less, it doesn't really matter. But the carrots end up bringing back a lot of moisture, so it's a good thing in the end. After we add all our 4.5 cups of carrots, you're gonna add 1 cup of pecans. I don't know how you say it, everyone says it different. I say it depending what I'm saying. So you're gonna add that, and then me and my mom and like our family, we like to add a little bit of extra pecans, like maybe 1.5 cups. It's all up to you if you like them or if you don't. You don't even have to add them, it's just the fun part. Sides and go in the bottom with your spatula and make sure to like dig it all out, because sometimes the flour gets stuck in the bottom. And earlier you saw me scraping with the butter knife. Please do that, you don't want to waste any of your batter. And now we're going to fill up our little tins. So those little tins, they're about no, not 9 by 5, my bad, they're just small little tins. I don't know the exact measurements, I'm sorry. But those fill up 1 cup of batter each, and the smaller silver ones fill up only 1/2 cup of batter each. If you do any more, they will overflow. So now we're gonna stick them in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes this time around. I recommend, since if you do them in small pans like this, that you put them in kind of slanted, because if not they end up falling, which you will see later in the video that while I was cooking the banana bread it tipped over. It's just a bit of a scary experience because it kind of frustrates, so I realized that you can put them to the side, which now is what I do.
One day we'll step away, bell sounds to kiss a girl. It's like a dream, I dream Peter Pat for you, for you. Oh my, oh oh. La 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 light, bright moonlight, silent night. You say goodnight. Hey, just like beautiful Wednesday, it's gonna be a whole.
Okay, so now it's been 15 minutes and we're just so since our rack, one is really tall and one is really bottom, even if they aren't, you have to switch the breads out or else they will burn at the bottoms. So you're gonna pull out the bottom rack, and then as you switch the top to the bottom, you're gonna turn them, I guess you'd say like opposite. So where the pan was facing the front, you'll turn it to the back, and that make sure to like flip your pans so that the back and evens cook evenly. I don't really know how to explain it. After that, you're gonna cook that for 15 minutes. Sorry, it's going a little fast now. So now I'm gonna smash the bananas for the banana bread while it's cooking for that 15 minutes. No, it's 20 minutes. While it's cooking for that 20 minutes, I'm just gonna smash up the bananas for the banana bread, and yeah.
When the rainbow's over, you kiss, no one needs to know. It's like a dream, I've dreamed Peter Pan for you, for you. Oh my, oh oh, la 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 light, bright moonlight, only one that I take from starlight. Night, singing far into night, and it's gonna be a sleepless night.
Okay, so I had a little more extra time after I smashed the bananas. So you're gonna add 1 cup of butter, so that equals 2 of these sticks. You might want to soften it before, you don't have to. I didn't, I just pulled mine straight out of the fridge. And then you're gonna add 2 to 3 cups of sugar, depending how sweet you like it. I added about 2.5. I'm not too much on the sweet, but not too much on the not sweet. After you add your sugar, you're gonna add your vanilla, and for the vanilla, you add 1 tablespoon once again. And you're just gonna, I didn't measure this one out, I just kind of guessed. So now you're gonna mix it up in your KitchenAid, and once it's, so while it's mixing, you're gonna add the dry ingredients, which is gonna be, oh well, actually you add your eggs first. You're gonna add your 4 eggs, 1 at a time. And then you add, and I did it in the cup again so I didn't have a mistake, and so that you don't get shells. Then you're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and then you're gonna add 4 cups of flour.
It's like a dream, I've dreamed Peter Pan for you, for you. Oh my, oh oh, la 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 light, bright moonlight, silent night, you say good night. Hey, just like beautiful Wednesday, it's gonna be a hopeful day. Someday soon I'm gonna tell the rainbow I'm in love. Oh my, oh oh.
So once you've reached this cookie consistency, you're gonna start adding your, so it's 6 ripe bananas, 6 large ripe smashed bananas. I don't know how many cups that is. You're gonna start adding that into the mixture, and then it's gonna bring it back to like a very watery texture. And after that, you're gonna add 1 cup of pecans, more or less. The pecans is all up to you. And then my bread went off for the carrot bread, so I ended up making 2 batches of carrot bread. I just didn't show the second one. I felt like it wasn't necessary. So make sure to put the toothpick through. Cooking times may be different. You may need longer or less. And so when the toothpick comes out clean, that's when you know your bread's ready and to be taken out of the oven. After it's taken out, you're gonna want to put it on some racks in their loaves and let them cool for about 10 to 20 minutes until you can touch the pan without having to wear any gloves or any safety things to take them out. Because if they're too hot, they'll come out stuck to the pan. Like some will be stuck to the pan, and if they're too cold, they stick to the pan. It's kind of like a perfect temperature kind of thing. So they're done. they cooled off, I took them out, washed the pans. My mom buttered them, and then I just filled up the pans with the banana nut bread mixture. And I actually made banana nut bread for one of my best friends, Eulani, because she's allergic to carrot bread, kind of. So to bake these, it's literally the same exact as the carrot bread, nothing different. You're gonna do the 20, the 15, the 20, and then flip them when they're cooking. And right there is when I dropped it. It stressed me out. My mom came to help, but I realized I could do it myself. You just need to take a breather. So then I ended up needing 5 extra minutes actually, so that was 40 minutes in total for bake time. And now these are all my beautiful breads, carrot and banana bread. The video's ending. So if you liked that video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already, do subscribe and make sure to hit that notification bell to be notified about next week's video. And don't worry, I know recipes, I was all over the place this whole video. They will both be down in the description below. I don't know where my mom got these recipes, but she's been doing it since we were younger. So like a family recipe, I guess. And I'm letting you guys in on the secret. So yeah. See you guys tomorrow on Friday because we're making some heart-shaped sheet cakes. Bye!